All right, everyone, this is my friend Leslie, and she does singing and songwriting. So I so I have some questions for you about your songwriting process.
Awesome.
So the first one is, what do you remember about first starting to write songs?
What do I first remember about first starting to write songs? I guess just what a great avenue of emotional expression it is. It's kind of like, I guess I don't know if this is everybody's like teenage experience, but you do the diary thing and you do like the, oh, dear diary, like this happened today. And then, as I became more interested in music and learned more about music, I kind of started doing that through song. So I just remember it being such a nice way to express myself.
Yeah, absolutely. What is a lesson you might pass along to others that are just starting out? So just starting to songwrite.
I guess to not get caught up in trying to make your music sound a certain way. I think I became much more satisfied with songwriting in general once I just let it be whatever it was, instead of trying to make it sound a certain way or fit a certain vibe, I guess.
Kind of let it go.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me how you started songwriting. I guess that kind of probably goes along with the journal.
Right. Yeah. And that's basically what it was. I was just a kid in my room with a lot of big feelings. And I thought it was cool to write them down. And yeah, that's how it started, is just kind of thinking about writing about things that happened to me, things I was feeling. And it was a very private experience for me starting out. I guess it still kind of is. Yeah. It was something I do on my own, something I started out doing on my own. Yeah.
All right. What's something about songwriting that you wish you knew when you started out? Anything you wish you knew?
I guess just it's a lot easier to be a songwriter when you become a more accomplished musician. I guess so. It's like when
practice, right?
Right. Yeah. When you're not struggling to just play the guitar in general, or you learn more about music theory and that type of thing. So I guess I would want to know the importance. I wish I knew the importance, I guess, of a more structured music background, more music theory, what some of those things mean, and why it would have been important to learn that sooner. I didn't start learning that stuff until I was like out of high school, until I was 18.
So after you started the songwriting.
Yeah.
Process.
Yep.
Yeah. That really makes sense. What is the hardest part about songwriting for you?
Probably focusing in on the intent, like why I'm doing it. Sometimes I catch myself writing for the sake of writing because I haven't done it in a while, or I haven't wrote a new song in a while. And for me, I want the intent to be, it's because I have something to write about, or because I have something to say, I have something that's going to create something that I like, that makes me happy. So the hardest part is focusing in on that intent, I think. Like, why am I doing this? Am I doing it because I feel like I need to, or I haven't in a while? Or is it because I'm actually going to sit down and make something that makes me happy?
Yeah. Going along with that, are there certain themes that you write more about than other themes? Or is it kind of a mix of things?
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of things for me. It's usually all like feeling-based, emotion-based things I'm experiencing. Most of my themes stem from something that has influenced me pretty significantly, whether that's like an emotion or a family member, or anything that.
Or me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Is it easier for you to write upbeat or slower songs, or kind of a mix of both?
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't consider one easier or more difficult because it just depends on what I'm writing about, or yeah, the mood of the song, the theme of the song. So I guess I would say a mix.
Yeah, very cool. Do you wait until you have inspiration, or do you start writing? I guess you kind of answered a little bit of that before, but
Yeah. Yep. Usually, uh, yeah, the start is because of something that inspired me, whether it was a feeling or an emotion. And then, yeah, there always has to be that spark before I start writing, though.
yeah, absolutely. All right. Do you have a favorite song that you've written? And if so, what was it about?
Probably my favorite song that I wrote. Oh, that's a hard question. And you gave me the questions ahead of time, so I should have. This is one that I should have thought about my answers.
That's okay. Put you on the spot.
Yeah. I guess I have more than one, but only because one is my favorite lyrically and one is my favorite musically. So
Okay.
yeah, so lyrically, I have a favorite song called "What I Should Have Learned," and it is about um, yeah, processing emotions of things that you should have thought about and done, but you didn't do them. And so the kind of the consequences, emotional consequences that stem from that. Um, and I think that is my favorite. And that's one of an early song that I had written. And it's always kind of been one that has stuck with me. And then musically, I have a song called Nothing to Fear. That is my favorite song, music wise.
So cool. When you write kind of with that lyrics and music part, which one do you usually create first? Do you create the lyrics first, the music first? Does it depend on the song?
Yeah, I think it depends on the song. I kind of do this thing. I, I often wonder if this is a common thing that songwriters do, but when I have my guitar, a lot of times I'll just sit around at night, like while I'm watching TV, and just kind of like play guitar, not for any purpose or anything, not to practice, just because I'm just messing around. And I'll kind of develop these little like snippets of like music pieces that I like, and then I just kind of save them in this like mental catalog. So I have all these like passages and pieces,
Yeah.
yeah, of music themes that I like that I have. So a lot of times I'll come up, if I'm writing a song and I'll come up with the theme that I'm writing about, it'll be like a mixture of like coming up with the lyrics and then like, oh, I bet this would fit with this piece that I've been like mentally logging away forever. And then it just kind of forms in that way. So it's a lot of push and pull that way, a mix, I would say.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. And is guitar the preferred instrument when you're creating music, or do you use piano sometimes?
Um, I would say guitar, just because I started out with guitar. I didn't have a piano when I first started songwriting. So guitar feels more natural, I guess. As I got older and was doing a little bit more writing and like into school and stuff like that, then I wrote a little bit with piano. But I tend to write like sad things when I play piano. Guitar is mostly what I write with. It really gets depressy really quick when I
Gets you.
yeah.
And then any words of wisdom to anyone that's trying to start songwriting? Any words of wisdom?
Yeah, I guess kind of linked with one of my previous answers, but just make it something that's true to you. Like if it's something that's interesting to you, do it for you, not because of the product you want to create or yeah, I think just be true to you with the whole process, the intent, the result, the sound that you want to go for. I think that would be my biggest words of wisdom.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time. I always love talking with you.
Yeah. Thanks, Jalen.
All right. Bye.